think a lot of people have trouble saying my name. As a witch, I'm having some wardrobe malfunctions right now. I just wanted to draw attention to the fact that I'm casually wearing an off-the-shoulder dress. This is all intentional right now. This is not a wardrobe malfunction. That happens to me a lot lately. Like, people don't know how to say my last name, so they just introduce me by my first name. I think maybe I should do it, like just be like a total Madonna. But my last name is actually very cool. It's Reghay. Yeah, thank you. Yes, like the music, not spelled that way. I didn't know like how crazy my parents were until my uncle told me that they almost named me Marley, which would have been fun for everyone except me. Yeah. So I don't know about you guys. I feel like the world needs witches right now. I feel like that's what the world needs. I feel like that could fix things. I don't think we need more warlocks. I think like we have enough of those. It's like, what an uncomfortable time to be alive, right? I don't know what's gonna happen, you guys, but I'm freaking out. I am mostly paralyzed with fear most days right now. Or also, then I alternate between that and like grieving. Like did you guys watch like the Joe Biden Obama thing today? When you get to the 24-minute mark, there's a thing about a house. I don't want to ruin it for you, but you will cry. Yeah, I'm pretty like sad and paralyzed right now, and I can't blame it just on social media anymore. Like I used to be like, it's social media. I just like, need to get off Facebook and I'll be fine. Do you guys do social media? I feel like social media is like that one fuckboy who you're like, I just shouldn't hang out with him anymore. Like I don't think he even likes me. Like I'm just gonna block his number. But then you do hang out and you're like, oh my god, is this what fun is? Just like catch yourself having a really good time and then feeling horrible afterwards. I thought it was weird how everybody was like making their 2016 jokes. That was a whole thing. And then people were like, no, 2016 wasn't the worst. And a friend of mine was like, yeah, I read the best joke on social media. And I was like, gimme, on the legs. She said somebody had written a joke about how like, I'm pretty sure like the worst year was actually 1266, like when the bubonic plague killed everybody. And she was like, that's so funny, right? And I was like, yeah, I don't know, it just sounds like a less complicated time. I would love the elegance of having like one thing to worry about. Just the plague. Before I started having like this crazy anxiety, I was very like ambitious last year because I read a book called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. Mm-hmm. Did you read it? It's by a very elegant woman from Japan who has simplified her life. It's all about how you have to discard things, you have to let go before you organize. Like you can't, if you just have too much clutter, it's not gonna work. I read this book and I wasn't sure like how I was gonna feel, but as I was reading it, like it became very clear. She was like, you shouldn't have objects in your life that don't spark joy. And I was like, oh my God, I have a hoarding problem. Like I've been hoarding dick. Keeping it around even if it didn't make me feel joy. And it's like, it's this whole process. You have to go, she makes you like, you have to go and you have to like take every item and you have to hold it and you have to see like, does this make sense? It was like a long process. I had to go back to everyone and be like, no, this one. It's giving me something, not joy. Yeah, so I decluttered the dick from my life. It's like weeding a garden though, you guys. You know what? It's like weeding a garden. It all just crops back up and then you gotta declutter again. So, I can't promise that it'll magically transform your life, but I do recommend keeping things simple. You know, I feel like I've been really negative. I actually do feel passionate about like making a difference, and I just want to say that like, you know, right now I think it's really important to think about the things that we want to fight for. And so I've been taking a stand. I have been taking a stand against miniature cupcake shops. I think it's 2017. Let's ban them. All right, let's say no more because the cupcake is already a miniature cake, and we all know when it gets too small, there's just no moisture left, and that's not good. It's not good. And recently tried to take a stand. I went to Milk Bar in Williamsburg. I asked them to sell me a slice of cake. There was a very beautiful, thin man who looked tired in an elegant way. And he said no, he denied me. He said, we don't sell cake by the slice here. And that was hard. I felt like a defeat. But then I stayed with it, and I was like, why? You know, like, why don't you? He's like, I mean, can you imagine selling cake, like, all of the slices? And I was like, yeah, I can imagine. Not sound complicated to me. And he was like, well, you know, you can have these cake balls. And I was like, what is that? And he was like, well, we take the scrapings, so like crumbs from the sides of the cake pan, and we scrape them all together and we roll them into a ball, and then there's like icing, and I was like, do you want me to eat the cake garbage? And he was like, they're really good. I mean, I doubt this guy has ever tasted one in his life. But you know what I did? I dug deep within myself, and I told him, you know what? I know you're not the person making these decisions, but you probably talked to that person, and if you could just tell them that I would really appreciate it, and probably a lot of women would appreciate it, if you would sell this cake by the slice, that would mean so much to me. And he was like, okay, do you want anything else? And I said, yes, I will take the cake balls.